Hey, how are you doing? It's Meta Micro again. Welcome to the show, Synthesizers and Spaceships. This is a show where it's about composing electronic music. It's about talking about synthesizers and doing that kind of stuff, and the game Star Citizen. Thank you for being here and joining me. Let's see, if it's your first time here, take a moment, if you could, to like and subscribe. Do the things that you do, because I sure would like to get the show out to some other people and have some good times with them as well. If you notice over, which way is it? It's this way. This is a live show, so welcome in get on the chat if you want. Ask some questions if you want to, and I'll try to get to them as well. Leave comments and feedback. That's always helpful as well. Let's see. Let me just get this down and going into the next thing here. It's been an exciting week for me. It's been really, really good. The show in general has been doing fantastic, and thank you for support, and thank you for everything you've been doing so far. And I'm sure we're going to continue to have an amazing time with this show. If you're joining me on replay, also welcome aboard. I'm glad you found this show. Let's see. On today's show, actually, I need to do this a few more times, so bear with me. What are we doing here? What is this show about? I know it's like I just threw a bunch of stuff at you. On the show, what I do is I take scenes, gameplay scenes from the sci-fi adventure game Star Citizen, and what I do is I take whatever inspires me from that scene, and then I compose music to that stuff using the synthesizers around me. And there's all kinds of different ways that I do that in the process, and I explain that a little bit afterwards, after we do some watching some inspirational scenes and listening to some music. So that's generally what's going to happen here. I have to remind you that this is a live show, and these things are very unpredictable. That's just the nature of working with synthesizers, and that's part of the fun. Anything could happen. So let's take a look around really quick and see if I can show you a couple things. If you look to the middle camera here, you can see these synthesizers. I got a synthesizer over here, some synthesizers up on top here, and a mighty Blofeld down here that I don't talk about that much, but we're going to see if we can talk about this stuff a little bit more as we go along. But I want to show you how these things are working. All these synthesizers are up and running. They're making noises, and most of them are turned down at the moment. There we go. I actually just detuned the whole synthesizer. Yeah, I hope it's in tune when we get to the song. So that's going on, and all that stuff. So I just need to make sure really quick that everything is up and running and doing its thing before we get started. Let me show you also, in front of me is the mighty DM12, and you'll be able to see me as I go along, playing the notes, composing the music, making the mistakes. Right on. So let me jump over here also and let you see what's going on here. Okay, so this is Bitwig Studio. This is what I'm using to kind of control all of this situation, all these synthesizers. It's connecting all this stuff like a network using MIDI. And I don't want to go into that too much, but that's what's generally going on. And each one of these tracks you can see up here are actually different instruments. Let me jump over there and I can show you. As I go down the tracks, you can see different synthesizers are selected, and that's how I edit the synthesizers and program some songs into it so I can play them back later. So there's no recorded audio in this. Let's be clear about that. Everything's being played in real time. But this time through, I do have some sequences. So I've already written parts to this song, and so that's what's in these little clips that are in front of you. And so, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. And also, let's see. Let me. We got the pre-flight. I think everything is going good. Last time I had a few problems, but we're doing good. We're doing good. So let me talk about the theme for this week. What I have in mind, and what that is this last week I saw the James Bond film Moonraker. Again, I'd seen it previously, and yeah, besides being totally cheesy for space kind of stuff. I remembered the theme. I just like, oh yeah, the theme for this movie. Every time they're in space, they have these kind of slow, kind of buildy, kind of moody things. And I remembered that's kind of the sound. That is the sound of space. Like all movies at the time, Moonraker and stuff, they all sounded this kind of similar way. So let me tell you let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me show you, and it'll make a little bit more sense, I think. So I'm gonna play. So they had all these kind of sweepy, stringy kind of things, and in this repeating pattern, and it was like just 4 chords. And I go, hey, let's take inspiration from this and take like 4 chords and mess with them a little bit and see if we can make something interesting. So I got to jump over here. I got to navigate too. I got to drive while I'm doing this. So let me switch back over here really quick. All right. So the other thing that hit me is like, okay, let's last week I was talking about the shoegazer band or Dreampop band called Cocteau Twins, and they're one of my favorite bands from the 90s. And I was thinking, yeah, can I do this kind of swoopy theme track? Like, how do we make that shoegazer? So I wrote some parts behind it, and we're gonna do that now. We're gonna improvise on top of it, and I'm gonna do some real-time arrangements and see where this takes us, because anything can happen. I'm particularly nervous this episode because there's a lot going on. It's a lot easier, believe me, just to sit here in front of one synthesizer and just kind of play around. Oh, anyway. So let's do it. Let's jump over to here. I got a pump. You can't hear me. I don't have a microphone in front of me. Let me switch. All right. Whew. Yeah, there was a lot to manage on that one, but lots of good fun. Yeah, I get the feelings from that kind of Moonraker kind of flavor of things. How about you? Let me know what you think, because yeah, and I might have gone a little bit overboard with the Dreampop shoegazer, but I'll leave that up to you. It was fun mixing all that stuff in live in real time and playing with the synthesizer. So let me explain, I guess, a little bit of, again, kind of what was going on. So as I think most of the stuff I was doing, I was essentially playing. I was playing this Behringer MS-1 and trying to. I was manipulating the sounds as it went through. And this synthesizer is actually really good for that purpose. You can see that it's just very... You can modify the tones really well in real time. So that's one of my favorite performance synthesizers because it's just really easy to manipulate in real time. Also, this time through, I think we got, yeah, that was a sampler. I'm playing little glitchy little noises in the background because part of the composing process that I'm trying to do here is that kind of Vangelis. I also kind of want I want to flirt with that boundary of like what is music in the composition and what is the sounds of the scenes that are happening within the game. And there wasn't much sound in this one because it was in space, but in the future you will no doubt hear background noises like ship noises and guns firing and stuff like that. And I will be trying to also make little glitchy noises that go along with that, so it kind of sucks you into that scene because that's what we're going for. So anything else with the synthesizers? Let me double check on a couple things, and yeah, because the synthesizers this time through, like I mentioned before, it's I spent more time kind of managing and performing on the synthesizers as Bitwig was playing the stuff in the background. And this, to me, this is a really good example of how songs progress. Even though the song is like a week old, but songs I get inspired by something, and you'll lay down a couple of tracks and record them to MIDI. And once I do that, if I want to record that song again as a performance, what I can do is I can go back in there and change some stuff around if I need to, and modify an arrangement. But that's pretty, this time through, it's just good fun to kind of play around with the arrangement as I go through and just to kind of see what I come up with. And again, that's usually what happens is something sticks and something will resonate, and I go, okay, yeah, save that for later, and it will become part of the whole thing. So let me jump over to here and talk about my website for a little bit. YouTube Synthesizers and Spaceships, I've got 2 shows out there for you to watch. If you haven't caught them yet, go check them out. And also, again, I'm trying to grow the show a little bit so we can get some more people in here. What I really want to do is you have to grow the show to a certain point so you can get subscribers. And that way I can do subscriptions and do all kinds of really interesting stuff for subscribers. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, if you want to play Star Citizen, if you like that footage that I just composed music to, go to the RSI website and yeah, check out Star Citizen. I think you'll have a good time. It's really it's fun and interesting. It's got its things, and if you haven't played the game, you're going to hear all kinds of hype about it and all kinds of stuff. But ignore the negative and get in there and just kind of It's a good time. And if you want to do that, use the code that's down at the bottom, the MetaMicro code, and that will get you 5,000 credits right off the top. And if you're looking for me in the game, that is my handle, MetaMicro. So that is good if you want to do that. And so let me go over here, and I need to get these in here. Someone asked last week, and I forgot to get this in there. They asked me if what I'm using, if I'm using any VST effects and stuff in OBS. And I know this is a techie question, but yeah, what I'm doing is I'm using Ozone 9. It's on OBS, which is the broadcasting software that we're looking at right now. I'm using that on the main output. So that makes sure that everything doesn't go totally crazy, because, you know, since these synthesizers are kind of unwieldy sometimes, they sometimes will just go crazy and make loud noises and do funky things, and it's very unpredictable, and I don't want to make you guys suffer through that as a synthesizer gets obnoxiously loud in one moment. So that's happening over there. So I got some comments from Sayaka Kaname. Can't believe I didn't get a notification for your second video. That was last week. I love your first one, and love this one too. Please make more of these. Thank you very much. I will. I plan to. And SM Gibson from CIG. Cool video. Keep up the awesome content. Gaming stuff. Awesome. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We'll try to tune in to the next session. Okay. Groovy. All that stuff is definitely groovy. All right. So I think that's good. I think that's good. I think we're at the end of this particular adventure. I'm particularly nervous still doing these shows, if you can't tell. I'm getting better. So what I think this is my solution. My solution is, I think this weekend on Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to do a live stream, and I am going to do just the real full out free flow, mistakes and all, composing on the fly. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to find somebody who's on Twitch who's playing Star Citizen, and then I'm gonna just piggyback on that feed and start composing music on top of it, just in like the realest of realest moment. It's like Inception level. I'll be composing real live music on top of someone playing real live gameplay on Twitch, and just saying that out loud, it's making me really nervous. But yeah, I think that's the solution. I think the solution is to get in there and just suck it up and get a little bit more used to being in front of all you people. I know that you're enjoying the show, and I know that it's like, it's no big deal, MetaMicro. It's no big deal. But yeah, please understand that it's weird talking and having a conversation to you guys. And so thank you all. Thank you all for the support and inspiration again. Thank you for all the Star Citizen content creators, because it's your shows that I watch too that help me figure out what I'm going to do each week and what inspires me. I'd like to start making more videos about things that are happening in a moment, like when Star Citizen has, for example, they introduced cave systems in spelunking. That would have been a perfect moment for me to actually compose something new based on gameplay of something that's happening in Star Citizen that just is being released, or something new inside the game. I think that would be a good way to go as well. So thanks for everybody who participated. Thanks for everybody who's watching and sticking with me. Good things are yet to come. This is MetaMicro. I'll see you around the verse. And until next time, my friends.